I welcome you all with all my good vibes and greetings to everyone. Wherever you are in the world, please take my blessings accordingly. Good morning, good afternoon, evening, midnight, whatever it is. So, as Sir has also set the tone for today's session, and believe me, everyone, we are all educators and we are all lifelong learners. So we keep learning every day from our own little things as well. And even we learn from our elders as well as our juniors also. So, sir has already very well said that the rules of the session that maintain the protocol of the session. So it is very well connecting with the session that we are going to take today to discuss with you all my experiences as how do we manage a classroom. And believe me everyone that this management of classroom strategies, it's not only you know confined to the four walls of a classroom. It goes beyond. Yes, of course, let me introduce myself. I got with the flow and I started talking about the session because I'm also excited to take it. Myself, Bindu Sangwan, and I have an experience of 25 years, which is already there in my short video that sir has circulated in the groups. And from a nursery teacher to a principal. So that's what my journey is. Like, I have taught little kids, I have taught primary school children, I have taught middle wing students, then senior students, and now I'm a principal of a school. But then at the same time, I would say that I'm still learning. I feel like I can learn. We are quickly switching to our session. But before we said, because it is something connected with learning, so I want to share it with you all that I have even learned from my school guard. We were facing the problem of school buses arriving in the school on time. So I every day 5 minutes late, 10 minutes late, and the assembly of the school was getting delayed. So my guard, the security guard, he approached me once and he said, "Ma'am, start coming to school prior to the school bus's time. You will definitely see the change." And believe me, I did see the change, and the school buses started arriving in time. This is what I have learned from my security guard in the school. So we all are learners. We do not know from where you find who is your troubleshooter in your life. All right. I welcome you all again. Let us now come back to our session, which is talking about classroom management strategies. And as I said, we were discussing with Sir also yesterday that these management strategies are not applicable into the classroom. It goes beyond. So please try to, and whatever I would be sharing with you all, these things we all are doing. The only thing, at sometimes we require somebody to come and pat us and say, okay, fine, perfect. So this is what we are going to do today, that the classroom management strategies, we have divided it into three parts. Now the question is on your slides, and you all can see that in just one word, the biggest challenge you face in classroom management. Please start writing in the chat, because I can see that whatever you will write. Because until and unless the doctor knows what are the symptoms, the doctor will never give you the prescription, isn't it? So today we all are educators sitting here with each other to understand our challenges. We do talk about our challenges, then only we will be able to talk about how can we solve it, right? I believe that a person, when accessibility, all right, Graceful has written accessibility. Okay, accessibility, noise. From noise, I would love to elaborate on this, because noisy classrooms are the more creative classrooms, believe me. Those who believe in it, please give me the thumbs up. Yeah. Unmotivated students, yes, deadly tried. Mixed abilities, yes. Here comes the diagnosis. Background of learners. You lack background of learners. Of course, for that you need to connect with the students. Right. I was, again talking about the same thing. The problems, mixed abilities. Yes, somebody else has also written. Where comes the mixed abilities? There comes the diagnosis. And there comes our trainings as a teacher. Age group is different, inclusive and exclusive. 100%. So these are, see, what you have written, unfortunately, sometimes being a young female teacher, right? I am absolutely with you, Fiza, that being a young teacher, you require somebody to hold your hand and show you the way that how to go about it. Agree with you. In discipline. Now, whatever the things are coming up, these are actually the global problems. So do not think that it is only restricted to your classroom. So if you are saying it and I'm acknowledging it, that means I have also faced the same things when I was an educator, and I am still facing. Don't think that the principal doesn't face any problems of classroom management or school management. Minimizing the distractions, of course, that comes one of the strategy. But how do we do it? So the first thing that we have said, that the first pillar of our classroom management strategies is preventive strategies. I would like to have a poll from all the teachers, all the educators who are here. So we are starting with a poll, and I would like to know that what is bothering you more. And of course, if in case it doesn't go with the poll, there are only two things which I have mentioned. That is it the teaching content that troubles you more when you are going into the class and trying to manage it, or is it the managing the behavior of the person or the kids in the class who are available? Quickly, we can write it in the chat. See, I have told you that we have to be actively participating in it. Discipline with elementary and middle school. Discipline. Okay, managing behavior. Discipline comes in behavior, all right. It depends, sometimes both. Yeah, I agree. Sometimes it is both also. Very good that I got both the behavior. Okay, managing behavior. Okay, behavior is coming, delivery content is also coming. So we could see that it is mostly going on the behavior. But yes, of course, as both, yes, mostly managing, right. Between the two, a balance between the two, very well, put up by somebody. That who's this? I just missed your name, so I'm so sorry, please. So it says that we have to bring a balance between the two. But then yes, these two things are there. The very first thing, that the moment we enter into the class, we see that the class should be settled. I want to deliver something, and the class is not settled because one teacher has just left the class, and there is always a minute or two, or sometimes 5 minutes. Okay, somebody has written the curriculum also. But again, focus. Today you all are listening, and we are trying to understand. My 2 points which were there are like, out of teaching content and the behavior of a child, what is troubling you more when you are talking about the classroom management strategies? All right, so we can proceed to the next. We will keep talking about it. So the first, as I started the session also with this, that the doctors, before going to the doctor, if we are suffering with something, people say that prevention is better than cure. Better if you can, get some exercise, eat right food, and spend some time with your family. So teaching content more, all right. Teaching content can be prepared to the maximum, but behavior may be troubling you more. Right, absolutely fine. To manage behavior better, to make students in the classroom, that they are listening to you. I absolutely agree. And somebody had written noise. So before, saves time, effort, and resources. Absolutely, Seema. My thoughts are all with you. Now, on the slide also you can see, but then I will be, interacting with you more, so that you get a chance to, even talk about your thoughts also. Right. The very first line that I have written, that how we will be going with the preventive strategy, is prevention is better than cure. So the first line that is written, I think we can recollect that the way we had started. Even Sir has also said the same thing, that follow the protocol. Even I said this three rules of today's session, that you will be interacting, you will be respecting the thoughts and ideas of others, and you will be chatting also. So this is establishing clear rules and routines. Can you just give me 2 points that are coming to your class immediately reading this line? Then how will you be doing this one preventive strategy in your classroom? Quickly, anybody, just write down establishing clear rules and routines in the classroom. Anything, if even if one response comes, we will proceed to the. In the meantime, if it comes, I'll read. I'm moving to the next. Now, seating arrangement. I do not, sir, back. Yeah, thank you. Seating arrangement, no speaking without raising hands, building positive teacher-student relationship. Absolutely, this is very, very important, sir. Easier than dealing with constant disruption later. Yeah. So, these are the things. And one more thing that I would say, all the educators, though I have written with young leaders especially, I agree with you. This is happening in India a more often a point of discussion nowadays, where we are talking about the seating arrangement in the classroom. Now, remember a round table conference. Why do we have a round table conference at times? Why do we have sometimes one table in the center and then some students sitting here? Start with the play group. I always believe, why can't we continue with the same system when students are in class 3, 4, 5? Because in India, it is happening. I don't know in other countries. You are the better person to tell me that we start having those rows and one desk. And initially, yeah, circle play group is amazing. Amazing it is. It can bring solution to so many problems. Agree, right? So that seating arrangement in a class is a very good tool to have this preventive strategy happening in your classroom, to have the management so that your class is under your control. Eye contact is the first thing that we remember, that the moment you start looking at each child, look into my eyes, giving some instructions like this, okay, I'm watching you with your gestures, and the child feels sometimes maybe scared. Okay, ma'am is watching me. If in case I'm going to do some mischief, ma'am can catch me. And maybe a child who was always neglected, and today he's feeling so good that my ma'am is watching me, my sir is watching me, so I am comfortable, I'm safe. Eye contact is a thing that you can control the entire class in one click. You may not need many other things then, though we are talking about these things then. Yes, it is super powerful, Fiza, I agree with you. The third point, which I would have written at the top, this is I'm doing in my school as a principal also. I had opened it with you that, when the buses were not arriving on time, I started reaching the school early. And I had the opportunity to greet the children at the school gate. I used to keep standing there, hug them, say hello to them. Sometimes the hello like this and the high five, and asking them, how are you feeling today? For the whole day, the tone for the day is set. And my greeting goes even beyond. It's not that only in the morning I do so. I do so at the time of dispersal also, that I'm standing there and waving them goodbye, and they are watching out of the window panes of the school buses, looking at where are our principal. We want to, say goodbye, and they are sending the flying kisses also. Imagine the bond that you make with your students. This I'm telling you, that I am handling a school of 600-700 students, and I have a connect with all the children. Parents, when they are coming to the school in the PTM, they are saying that, ma'am, my children talk about you, that today you were standing in the morning, you had tied your hair, today you were wearing this color of sari, and you were hugging all the children. I mean, like, this is what every child watches in a teacher before the teacher starts teaching the learners. And I believe everybody agree. A thumbs up required. It's long time. We are not saying yes. Very good. Thank you so much. And blasting happening. Wonderful. Thank you so much. And the last point here is building positive teacher student relationship. Some of you have mentioned it also, which is very important. I have seen changes happening in front of my eyes in my school as a teacher and as a principal as well. So uh, please, we know that we are going to share all these PPTs with you. Sir will be doing it, so you need not to write down these things. Just be involved in what we are discussing. Yes, being funny, amazing. It works amazing. In a funny way, you can, you can, means in a funny way, you can teach so many things to the children. And I'm that character, actually, that I love to play and teach. So that is why I'm always in a favor of that. Yes, without overdoing, absolutely. So we can move to the next slide. And in the meantime, I'm reading what our attendees are saying. So yes, this is the activity time. Quickly, we would like to have, though you all are singing a familiar song, yes, and connecting it with any topic. And children will look at you. What happened to our teacher today? The teacher is in a singing mode, dancing mode. I do dancing in the class at times. A principal dancing in the class. Please don't take a principal as a principal. I'm a child when I go to the class. I am what a particular class I go to. If I'm going to the grade, kindergarten, I become a kindergarten teacher, a child there. And I enjoy with them sitting on their small chairs and try it. Sitting on those smaller chairs is more relaxing than sitting on those bigger chairs, So let your child be alive. So the question is on the screen. What 3 classroom rules would you set that are short, clear, and positive? Quickly, everybody in one chat only write down your 3 points. 3. Respect, listen, take care. Very good, Seema. Very nice. Very nice. Anybody else? I know 3 if you have to write. Thank you. All right. Let us limit it to 3. Let's give chance to others also. Respect each other, listen to the teacher, and help those who need it. Yes. Respect all answers. Right. Respect smile question. Fiza, you're giving very good ideas over there. Rewards for good achievement. Yes. And seating arrangements, of course, listen, encourage, praise. Yeah, if you can write down like this way, I will be able to read it aloud as well, so that you also know that your idea has been read. So we can move to the next. Yes, thanks. This can take over anything. This is one preventive strategy that we have come up to, that a teacher starts the year with routines, entry routine, homework check, group work. This is a reflection slide for you all. Thumbs up for any issue, yes, and thumbs down also. You can tell the students, when we teach good touch, bad touch, we teach students with thumbs up, thumbs down. This is good, okay, thumbs up. This is not good, okay, thumbs down. So this way, even in the class also, we can do this thing. That suppose you are teaching a concept to the students and you ask them, okay, who all have understood it, thumbs up, you will see the thumbs ups. And those who will, immediately a teacher can, entry and exit routines, it matches with even the traffic rules also. Dennis, I agree with you. My thoughts are with you. So the moment you see the thumbs up, quick thumbs up, you understand that these children have understood. But there are some children who will, hesitate to give you the thumbs up. And you will find your slow learner over there. Diagnosis has happened automatically. You need not to, give them a test and then find out. Believe me, teachers, a teacher knows his students more than any test or assessment. No test can tell you your child. You know your child the day you start interacting with the child. You need maybe 1 week, maybe a fortnight, but then beyond that, you don't need time to understand your child. You will understand the child requires help on reading, writing, understanding, paraphrasing, that you can, make out. And the moment this preventive measure of the classroom management strategy is done, most of your, target is achieved initially only, because you have prevented it before it, brings it. Evaluate and re-evaluate. It takes time and effort. Yes, of course. But then I believe, like, once you start doing it over a period of time, you will start understanding your child and you will start working on those strategies only because your diagnosis has already been done. Sir, we can move to the next slide, sir. This was the reflection slide for all of you. So when you are getting it back again, the slides are shared with you. Please reflect on that slide. Okay. We are coming to the second pillar, which is active. Now, sometimes it may happen that we try to do the prevention, but still we fall ill. So we have to go to the doctor. So the activity is happening. Now, the active strategy of the classroom management, okay? Connect without disrupting the learning. How many of you understood this statement? Please give me a thumbs up. Please, honestly, if I get 1 or 2 thumbs up, okay, fine. You understood it, right? And underneath, whatever is written, that also you understood. Wonderful. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. I am going with the flow. I'm feeling like, wow, I have very good audience here. Sometimes we raise our voice to warn or make a strong eye contact. Perfect. These are non-verbal cues. When I said that, okay, give this gesture to the children, yes, you have given your gesture. And sometimes, of course, when the classroom is happening, you are going along with the flow, you are writing on the board, your back is towards the students and you do not know that what children are doing. And as children, we also used to do. So don't forget that we were children sometimes in our age as well. So I was the naughtiest child of my school time, my college time. So I catch those naughty stuff in the classroom very well. And then I work wonders with them. Yeah, proximity control redirection. Perfect, Seema ma'am. It is not acceptable to teach with your back to students. Yes, of course. But then when you're writing something on the board, of course, your back is there. Sometimes you have to write a topic on the board. That is also a strategy for teacher can learn this thing, that now also I'm looking at you and I'm trying to suppose write something on the board. I can do that so that the class is controlled. So these things we learn, sir, very well, pointed out by you. I believe like a lot of us got this, learning from you, how to say half turn to, yes, wonderful. Half turn to the class and half to the board. This is what we were showing. And this is how we learn from each other, isn't it? And then suppose something is happening within your classroom. So how will you, control at that time the class? So the first point, as many of you have said also, and we have written in the slide also, that please try to remove negativity from your life as well, from the student's life as well. Start doing those manifestations. In India, the CBSE, I am in the CBSE curriculum follower, we follow. But then the other curriculums are also, curricula are wonderful, doing lots of hands-on activities with the children, where they are bringing in the life experiences and children are learning. So the first thing that I would say, that let the mindset be very positive of yours as well as of your students. While they are busy, it is an opportunity. Yes, good point. Right. So be positive with the children. Give them positive feedback. This thing somewhere I have learned in my life, somewhere I read, try to avoid no from your life. And if I don't like something to eat, I started, wiring my mind that I don't like it, but I don't want to say no for it. So how do I say it? And my mind started working on it. You cannot master it in a day. I have still not mastered it. Honestly, I'm telling you. But then the moment I have to say no, I take a pause, think about it, and try to say it in a positive way, so that the other person also don't feel that I have straight away said no to it. But then, yes, this straight away no, where it has to be no, we all know our limits. So please don't take my words. I am just giving you something which I am trying to, imbibe in my life. We are sharing our experiences here. So non-verbal cues, where we talk with eyes with the students. This way, we can actively control the class. We redirect students, and immediately when you see within the classroom a child has done something which is disturbing your class, or maybe the child is disturbing other people, uh, that they are, they are distracted. Distractions are so many. A bug flying in the classroom is a distraction, or a child sitting in the corner at the back, because he knows that my teacher will not come up to me. This is one of the active classroom management strategy, where you please move around, go to each child, you know bring students on the board. Even if it is a small child who doesn't know how to write on a board, he starts writing from one corner to the other corner. Let the child write. Believe me, the confidence that we are trying to build in students, among students, by bringing them on the stage, having their participation in the activities, you can do wonders within your classroom. Yes, I know. Class movement in the class manages the classroom like anything. So we can move on to the next. My trainees are, they are all having these points with them and they are doing it. Activity time. Now, in the chat, though I wanted to go with the tool, but then I know that we are so engrossed, so I do not want to waste time creating the tool over there. Please don't mind it. Chat is doing wonders today. So the scenario is written on as 1 point, and on the 2 there are 3 options given. Read the scenario, and from, see, your answer can be more than ABC. It can be BC, it can be AB, it can be only B. So do not restrict yourself, expand your horizon. So the situation is, the scenario is that 2 students whispering while you explain an important concept in the classroom. Now what will you do? Option C, praise nearby group for very nice. Good. Please keep giving the claps also. Yeah. B, C, B, C. All right. All right. C. Okay. Use something in which you use their, yeah, your names, wonderful. The names are very good. When you quote A plus C, stop and scold. All right. Okay. C and B. All right. All right. Option C. Right. Fine. Maximum we are seeing. Thank you so much. Thumbs up, please. Active on thumbs up or hearts or whatever you would like to go with. See, when I was going through the charts, wow, blasting hearts. Thank you so much. So when I was going through the charts, I saw that B and C were the most options opted. Some person has picked up A as well. Again, I go with your option, but try to rethink on it. If you see that this works, because in some cases option A is also required. Sometimes children, they really do not listen. Yes, then you have to go for A also. So this was again the open discussion. You see that most of us know all these things, but then why we are reiterating, why we got collected today here and talking about some things, you may wonder at times that, ma'am, whatever Bindu ma'am you were telling, or Bindu, straight away say Bindu, I am happy being announced as Bindu. Bindu, whatever you have talked about today, we are already doing it, right? But then I am telling you, A is good, but I prefer used it with teenagers. Yes, that is what I am saying, sir, that the different options may be working at different levels. And though I would say, if you are scolding also, you can scold students with a smile also. That can also be impressive. I have done it. Scolding may be discouraging and humiliative. That is what I said, that with a smile, if you can bring that corrective measure among your students, nothing like that. If you can try this thing and get back to us and tell us that yes, we tried this thing. So we can move to the next slide, and it has done wonders. Okay. So this is again a reflective sheet for all of you. Please think about it. And if you love to share, I would request Shikawat sir, immediately this thing has come to my mind, that if it, in the feedback form, if we can give them the option to give the reflection also for these three questions, for these strategies that we had discussed. So please provide them blank liners, reflection for first strategy, reflection for, I know sir, I am, bothering you at the last moment because you have prepared your, if it is possible, otherwise we can do it in future. We got R&D, this is what we immediately, we got one point here. So we can, I will read: a teacher ignores minor disruptions but praises focus. How does this shift? We have already discussed this in our, these slides. So if there is something that comes, because there are others who are giving a lot of other options also, that A combination with C. Thank you so much sir, thank you so much Shikawat sir, thank you, I liked it. Okay, we can go to the next slide sir. Now we are moving to the third pillar of the classroom management strategy. And believe me teachers, these are what I felt like, you know uh, these are not hard and fast rules. We all are educators. You please, if you come up with some more stronger pillars which we can add in it, most welcome please. Okay, so the third is, I love this too much, and you all have already spoken about it in the beginning also, that you are making your teaching creative. And when you are making it creative, you are correcting also at some time the children. Okay. Uh, Storytelling pedagogy is a very famous pedagogy, which is being, I think before anything that has come in writing form, stories were there. People were talking about, their warriors or the great people through songs, ballads, and, lyrics and poems and everything, but in a verbal form, not in the writing form. So, this is what we are bringing to the active part of the classroom management. And again, I always say that it is not only in life, also, we talk about. I'm a traveler through and through, and I have a lot of stories to talk about my traveling. Story it is, and people they listen, and from those stories, we learn a lot. We have heard stories of so many people who are travelers because we wanted to get into this thing. So we have heard them, we heard their stories, and we learned from it. Isn't it so quick, rather than, reading something and then trying to memorize something and then trying to implement it? If we can, I believe like something, um, mm, story is something that you can put your earphones and you play it on your mobile, and you can, have all the distractions away from you, and then you are concentrated on something, and by the time it finishes and you reach your destination, you have learned something, right? So as we say that the green line on the screen, an engaged student is less likely to misbehave. Yes, of course, you have given the child, come on, during the storytelling sessions also, again, I am throughout, when I picked it up, mostly I was a high school students teacher. I was a high school student mostly in my life, but because I have taught in the kindergarten also, or I have been associated with those teachers also, I have always felt the need of those storytelling sessions in the higher classes, and I had done my teaching through that. When I'm teaching a chapter in my class, I'm an English expert. Like my forte is English language and literature. So when I'm reading a lesson in the class, now reading a lesson, no, I make the class, in the class itself. If today we are reading one page or two pages, I make the characters in the class itself. They become the characters, and when they are reading, of course, their portions, and then when I am discussing it, and then I'm saying, okay, Arjun, you were there. What was your problem? How did you solve it? Bringing the students into the chapters, and then believe me, students will never forget that chapter where their name was connected with that chapter. when they have to answer those questions which are there, maybe on the spot as well, isn't it? So storytelling and role play, nobody can deny that these are the most effective strategies that controls a classroom. And the second one which I have written, again I would say that I would have given it the top. Don't start with a storytelling or maybe a role play. You, the moment you enter into the class or your content is over, the thing that you wanted to teach to the children there, you tell them, okay children, before we start with any of the instructions, let us listen to you. What do you want today? Do you want a music class today with our main content, or do you want a dance class today? How does it make a difference? For 5 minutes, if students are standing from their places, moving around, I'm covering the last point also, movement breaks. And you tell them, okay, fine, I am playing this song for you today, okay? Do not mind my bad voice, bear with it, and you start singing. Or you start dancing with them. Okay, oh, you taught me this move, I liked it. I mean, you will be the hero of the class. I'm telling you, your children will, move forward, and they will look forward for your class. And the day you are absent, they will eat up maybe the timetable in charge yours, or maybe the next day you only. Sir, ma'am, why were you absent yesterday? See the connection. You will also feel connected with your classroom, isn't it? So we can move to the next slide. So try these strategies. You were already doing it. So this is what the activity time is. How do we take it? Though I have given, I believe everybody will agree with it. Give me a thumbs up that we all believe that these are some things which mostly students feel disinterested in. Wherever they have to learn some formula, a plus b whole square, what it is. And the student starts scratching their heads. Forgot. A minus b whole square. Okay. Present perfect, tense. Tenses have always killed us when we were students. Being an English, language and literature, I'm MPhil in English. Still, I would say, you ask me, I have to give it a thought, because grammar is always a scary thing. But, think about somebody who is actually a person. Okay, if there are some Indian, audience is also connected. We have a movie, Tare Zameen Par. How beautifully one child who had the dyslexia has been treated by the teacher so beautifully. I mean, like, that brings, and the child is connected with the teacher so much. The child who was never speaking is now speaking. So this was the activity time. Of course, we would have done it in a better way, but then I have told Shekhawat sir very categorically, sir, I will not take much time, because the concentration span of anybody is 40 minutes, and we are in 47. True or false grammar? Yes. Grammar race? Yes. I mean, like, Seema ma'am, you're giving really good, points to, for others also too. I use students' names in examples, and oh yes,
Have you taken?
Fazla, very nice. That brings, that brings the connection. The moment Rita will see her name on the board, instead of Ram, Sham, and Dhyam, there are no Ram, Sham. Yes, real life scenarios and role plays, they play a very important role. The moment you say Bindu is singing a song, and Bindu, wherever Bindu, whichever world Bindu will be, she will definitely look at the teacher. Oh, my name has been quoted. Okay, ma'am. Yes, I will sing. You will see the change in the classroom. Yes, the language teachers can pick up this example very well from here, that you start, when sentence making is happening or any fill-ups are being done for maths formula, bingo quick fire challenge, very nice. And even Sudoku does wonders. Sudoku, we are working on Sudoku, bringing Sudoku in language. Okay, so probably someday I would be sharing those, points also with you all. Sir, we can move to the next slide, please. Okay, reflection, vocabulary tennis. Hot seat, yes, hot seat. We are doing a lot in our school. Wonderful, Aisha ma'am. And this is again a reflection. It, IDK, how to play. Okay, Ayub sir, you can connect with us if in case you want to. I would love to learn. Yes, we will. We are working on it. Um, if through Shikawat sir, you can connect with me. We are. I'm connected with some people, and we are working on it. It's a new come up strategy which we are trying to imbibe, because it has reasons. So this is altogether a different topic to talk about. We are focusing here today, as we know the rules of the class. A teacher uses group challenges for review sessions. Students stay focused. How does engagement reduce the need for discipline? Now, we have discussed pointers here. We would love to please, one humble request, the closing preventive strategy of the class today, that you will not write any pointer which we have discussed here in the class, because we want to know more creative ideas you would be having. We can review through. Fine, sir. Right. In the feedback form also, we would like to have more different ideas which are different from the slides which we have done today. Uh, Somebody has given me, dear Bindu, attention. Please, if you can come back again, because I missed your message, or if Shekhawat sir, you can read that message. Sir, can we move to the next slide, please? There was some attention for me. Would love a training. Okay, attention span. All right. All right, Fiza. We'll try to have it. Sir, please note it down. Okay. This is a recap that as happens in the classes also. 40 minutes ka class, which believe me, everybody, we cannot concentrate more than, if there are psychologists here, they also know it very well, that the concentration span of a person is 30 to 40 minutes. That's it. Now, starting from a smaller child, the smaller child has a very less concentration span, isn't it? Then gradually it increases. Thank you for your thumbs up, please. And on the screen, you can see whatever we have done. The 3 pillars recap, preventive. I generally, how do I do it in my classroom? I'm sharing it with you all, that I write only preventive on the board and I let students only to speak about it. But though we have written it here, yes, yes, Akad sir, or online games. Yes, of course. Sir, we can move to the next slide. I think I have something. Yes. This is the second last slide, I believe, of the session. And I don't know if you can write here one preventive, one active, one creative strategy in one message quickly. One message, one preventive, one active, one creative, or we can do it otherwise also, that as we have asked you to reflect for the session, and the 3 blank spaces would be given to you in the feedback form, you can mention it there as well. And please, the most humble request to you all is that whatever we have learned from each other's experience today, try to implement in your teaching learning strategy, and be a long life learner in your life. Sir, we can come to the, I think that would be the, I believe that is the last slide, if I remember. Okay, no. Strong message. Classroom management is not about control, but about creating a safe and inspiring space where students want to learn. Please note it down somewhere in your mind. Remember it always. When you are going to the class, my one suggestion to you is that have a smile on your face always. Always. Even if your head has scolded you for something. And when you enter with a smile in the classroom, you will see the change yourself. Right? We can come to the last slide, sir. Which is thank you from my side. And I thank you, Shekhawat sir, for creating this platform where we all educators are coming together and teaching each other with our own experiences, and we will be connecting and stay connected in future as well. And I hope everybody has liked it, this small crisp session. and we will get back in future as well. Thank you, sir, and over to you.
Thank you. I want to close the session today now because we don't have much time to make it more large. Okay. And
Yeah.
yes, thank you, Bindu ma'am. And yes, one last recommendation, that is, I'm giving the form within 10 minutes in the WhatsApp group. So there are few questions over there. You just put the question in the right way, then you will be eligible for the certification. And have a good time. Bindu ma'am, thank you very much again. And everyone who participated today's training, once again, a big clap for Bindu ma'am. And have a good time. We'll see you on next week with another training.